microphone. Hope you guys are feeling well. I think it started already, this stream. I hope you don't have epilepsy. All right. How you guys feeling tonight? Thanks for coming out again. As usual. I start talking and someone leaves. It's great. I don't know who my roommate's talking to. He's talking to somebody. Maybe he has a girl over. My roommate's bringing girls over and I'm sitting here talking to internet people. What is this? I'm not supposed to draw this. But maybe I can make something out of this. We'll see. What's the challenge for today? I know what I'm gonna make. Siles Gory, how you doing, man? You were the first guy, huh? Were you the one who originally asked me if I do Let's Plays? Because I gotta thank you for that. That's why I ended up doing the videos for Gone Home. Yeah, I decided to just fucking do it. It's been fun, really fun, man. Watari Whammy, how you doing, man? Hope all is well. In Addis Ababa. I should start talking. What have I been doing this week? Just waiting for the weekend, man. A lot of my week just consists of me waiting to get to these moments where I can draw, talk to you guys, and then just really get into my time, which is just spent drawing these days. I have one video planned for the weekend to do something where I like one of those Otakon 2013 recap videos, but more in the style of the New York one where I had 3 people and I talked about them sort of in depth. I want to do one of those. And I have no interviews lined up because it's really hard to find people. I figure it's gonna be kind of slow for a while, and then they'll just probably pour in or whatever. You guys been having a good week? I hope so. What else has been happening to me? I want to experiment more with acrylic paint, maybe. Go to the woods and do some drawings and just... One thing I really need to get over is this idea that when you start any skill, you start training for a skill, it's really important to get in your 10,000 hours. I don't know who really coined that phrase, but you know, like there's this idea that you can't be good at anything until you put 10,000 hours in. Like you won't, like, or just to put more simply, I mean, like if you're bad at drawing now, make 1,000 drawings, and then if you're still shitty, do another 1,000 drawings. I haven't done that for watercolor painting, is what I'm getting at, and I'd like to do that. Machinery. I'm gonna try not to say what this is. I hope one of you guys pick it up. It's probably not too hard to figure out though. I was just watching Heroes of Cosplay, and it's pretty fascinating to me that this stuff is mainstream now. Cosplay, going to conventions, this geek culture stuff. Project 27, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Avimatic, Will Johnson, Abel Terra. The crew is here. The same old guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks for showing up. Keeping me company. Greetings, humanoids. What are you? Bathroom Tile, how you doing, man? I think I remember you from the last video. I mean, the last live draw thing. Yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, is it called Heroes of Cosplay or just... Fuck, now I can't even remember. But, I think it's really interesting how this stuff is mainstream now, and I think it's gonna, hopefully, I mean, be more socially acceptable to be into this sort of stuff, and, to, I don't know, maybe that's not even something I should hope for geek shit to be socially acceptable. I don't know that that's even something worthy to wish for. I think it's gonna happen anyway, though. The internet and all these communities having, I think it's always seemed like there weren't that many geeks, but I think that's because like they're kind of in these insulated pockets. It's like you don't really see how many of them there are in one huge group until you see a convention or something. Oh, cool. Bathroom. Thanks for coming here for my New York vid. Avematic, what do you do that you have to work a night shift? You gravedigger, digging bodies. Malcolm Gladwell wrote Outliers, which is the 10,000 hours thing. Will Johnson, yeah, you're a very smart man. You know your shit. Listening to NPR and whatnot. Yeah, he's really smart. I guess another sort of theme in that book is that he sort of gets into this idea that people who are born under extraordinary circumstances are more likely to do extraordinary things. Feel free to correct me, but I think there's definitely truth to that. There's something about a person who's an outlier, kind of born into a situation that's different. I don't know. I guess that's how we get different people. Like guys who are born in situations that are very unique are, I guess, more likely to think about things in a different way and produce different material creatively, scientifically, like any of that stuff. Martin asked me to draw myself puking rainbows. Let me see if I can do that. Oh shit, wrong brush. Why are my brushes all fucked up, man? Oh, that's why. Okay. I get it. Do I have a Last FM? Salzgory asks. Yes, it's the Plutonian. Let me fuck. I don't even use it anymore. Don't add me on there. I haven't been out there like a while. You can add me on Spotify or something, I think. I have the musical taste of a sad 21-year-old white girl. So we're probably not compatible at all, you guys. I don't even think there are any girls in here. Dudes only. Sausage Fest. Avimatic works stock at a grocery store. But you just started this week, but it's pretty cool. Up all night anyway. What are you, an insomniac? Or is it a really shitty drawing of me? After a long night of drinking. I don't know why my body looks like a plush. What the fuck? Hash, what's going on, man? Good to see ya. Jehuti from Zone of the Enders. That's quite the reference. Bathroom tile. I played the second one in high school. It was pretty good. A friend of mine, he was introducing me to a lot of PS2 games because I think I'd just gotten one. I got a PS2 really late, and he just hands me that disc. He's like, "Yeah, play this, man." I was like, "What the hell is this? What's this shit?" It's a Jehuti. That game was awesome though. I'd play it again if I could. Man, I can't get this Cup song out of my head. You guys know that song from Pitch Perfect that Anna Kendrick supposedly sings? Errors. Define a unique situation. Avimatic asks. I think unique situation. I think it depends on. It's like if everyone around you, in your socioeconomic status, has like a similar type of upbringing. Let's say you grew up in a neighborhood where everyone is kind of from the same area. Fuck, I don't know. Even culturally, let's say if you grow up in an area where everyone is like, I don't know, Latino from like Guatemala or something, but your parents are South African immigrants or something like that. You grow up in a different culture than them. Like you have this weird sort of advantage because you don't quite think the way they do. Like you have. It's different. It's unique, right? I guess it's a subjective term. What are some other examples? It's like, well, let's say most people. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know how to put this. Gladwell probably has much better examples. Let's say, I have a good example. I have a friend who grew up sort of in a very rural area. Without TV or radio, and she didn't. I don't think she owned a TV until she was like 13 or something, and she was homeschooled until she went to high school. But like, she's like incredibly smart because like she spent all her time reading books and shit. So she kind of had this advantage over kids, and she ended up like going to really awesome Ivy League schools and just getting straight A's all the time. I don't know, and it's different. It's a unique situation. She made the most of it, I guess. But I guess she could have been that way. She could have been that way even if she was not in that situation. So I guess I'm kind of contradicting myself a little bit. Texture. It's a tough question. Asking me all these tough ass questions. What's wrong with you, boy? Can't sleep at night, man? You gotta talk to a doctor about that. Make sure you get that checked out. I have the opposite problem. I sleep everywhere. I can't stay awake, which is one reason I don't drive. Um, you don't need to drive where I'm from, but yeah, I just feel like I'm probably gonna crash and kill myself if I drive. Just fall asleep. That'll be the end of me. Oh fuck! I merged the layers. Why would I do that? Why? Why would I do that? Lal? How could I? Wingus, what's up, bro? Abel Terra, what's the new Death Grip song? I don't think I heard that one. Not aware of this. Let me just merge. Alright, this layer's merged already. Let me just do this. Need more contrast. Contrast in this drawing. Edward Mawinkle, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a year. Gerald from Hey Arnold. No, that's supposed to be me. It's supposed to be me. Really shitty drawing of me. Actually, I'll just scoot this guy out of the fucking way. He's bothering me. Okay. Thanks, Mackenzie. If you guys don't know, I do a podcast with D Respect. It's called Double D's. We talk about shit. We talk about a lot of stuff. I don't know, it's fun. It's really fun, actually. If you guys want the link to that, just let me know. I'll post it. Any of you played Final Fantasy VI? That's what I'm drawing. I'm drawing some Magitech armor. Yeah, you. Have any of you cosplayed before? I promise I won't make fun of you. I just want to know. I think that's someday soon. It's not going to be funny anymore to make fun of cosplayers. Especially if they're like moderately attractive or like average looking. It'll just be like, oh, okay, whatever. Perhaps in the future, conventions will be a lot more prevalent as well. I used to go to 3 anime conventions a year with my friends, but I think that ended up being like too much, money-wise and time-wise. Well, there's a huge gap in this, huge gap in this broadcast. Oh, Edward, I just remembered who you are, man. Yeah, you're one of my Twitter friends. Was it a big jump for you to go to 13? I'm sorry, 14 from 11. Edward is a Final Fantasy MMO connoisseur. I was telling my friend I feel the itch to get back on the WoW, but I've never played for more than I never played for more than a month, so I just feel like it's a waste of time for me every time I try. Just blocking in shapes, really. I've tried to draw this armor so many times. It's just it's pretty difficult. Sal's Gory says, "How do I feel about having a small audience? I put out really good shit, and he hopes that I'll get a push of viewers soon." Uh, House of Dicks. Fuck you guys. Is that gonna be my my equivalent of like D-Respect, D-Request, Chance the Rapper things? Oh, you guys are awesome. The House of Dicks. Yeah, maybe I will draw a House of Dicks in a bit. Siles, how do I feel about having a small audience? The My philosophy on that is I think it's different from the average YouTuber, and I partly thank D-Respect for this, because he told me that a good way to well, the way he does it anyway is like he doesn't focus on so much on like pushing for more and more viewers. It's like you keep doing your shit really well as best as you can, and if more people show up, that's great. But like, it's also very important to make sure that the people who are there are feel like they're getting a good product. So what that sort of means for me is like I'm more focused on making sure that you guys are sort of interested in whatever's happening, or that I'm entertaining you. I'm trying to care a lot more about that than getting more people, because I feel like if you guys are interested, more people will come, because that means that I'm doing something right. Uh, and also there's just something cool about there's something cool about not having like 1,000 people in here asking me questions, because I mean, it would eventually get to a point where I can't answer everything, and it won't feel as personal. Because like I know all of your screen names and shit, and like I know where some of you like what country you're from, and, like I don't know, I know little things about you or whatever, because I'm a creep. I don't know everything about you, but that gets a lot more difficult, as you get more viewers. I don't know. Um, I think it's gonna happen eventually. I just need to keep on working and really enjoying this while I'm doing it. Because like I said, at some point, I mean, if there's 100 guys in here, it's gonna be a different experience. Well, I never looked at Hash's channel. Let me click that. Let me click that shit. Whoa, cool, man. I think I didn't know that you've been adding videos and shit. All right, you started last month. It looks like this is cool, man. Hash, I'm gonna check out your channel more in depth after this. Cool, man. MCM Expo in London. Bad cosplay will always be funny. Did you guys hear that? There's like some people screaming outside. I don't know what the fuck is going on. The fuck? Damien, what's going on, dude? We were just talking about you, saying how much we hate you. Elder Scrolls is gonna be $15. You mean Elder Scrolls Online is gonna be $15 a month? There was some MMO I was looking at, and it looked really fucking good, and I don't remember what it was. God fucking, was it Ultima? I think it's like a new Ultima they're making, and it has like destructible environments or something weird like that. The Dick House. The House of Penises. The Penis Mansion. The Penis Residence. Ew. It's gross. Ugly. Ugly drawn. The other night there was this dog outside my window that had like the nastiest bark. It was like it was half screaming. It was like a screaming human in pain. And it was really funny. I wish you could. It was kind of like this. It was like. That's my best. That's my impression of the dog. Yeah, Mackenzie, I am considerate. I know. Oh man. You guys have any more requests for like stuff you want to see on this channel? Now's a good time to tell me. Besides these live draws. See, I'm doing that fucking thing again where I keep focusing on small details like her face, and I just... Motherfucker. This is what it's like when you're drawing shit that you're not familiar with. You're like, what the hell? What does a shoulder look like on a... some armor on a mech? I have no fucking idea. You can take some comfort in knowing that everyone who draws has these moments where they just don't know what they're doing. I feel like a fraud. Some more than others, probably. Could use a beef patty right now. God, I'm pretty fat. Mentally and physically. If there are no consequences to eating, I would just eat constantly and just buy McDonald's, order Chinese food. I'd have Chinese food right now. I would have it scheduled so that it would show up at my place right after the stream is done. Wingus says, is there a murder outside my place? Yes, every day. EverQuest next, Edward. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I meant. It looks good, man. Like, real good. I don't know what WildStar is. Avematic says, I've noticed with a bunch of people, there'll be all these arguments in the comments and you won't be able to find the source. Yeah. It's interesting, like, you go from, I don't know, you go from not having comments on your videos to, like, in particular, it's like the Esteban video is the one where I get, like, arguments, like people arguing about furries, calling people faggots and things like that. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on in here? It's like you build a house, right? And then you say, hey, you guys can come in there, do whatever the fuck you want. I love that you guys are here. It's great. And you just go to leave to get groceries, and you're gonna come back to do repairs on the house and work on it. And then there's just a bunch of dudes like yelling, like vomiting, shitting all over the place. And you're like, what the hell, man? What the fuck? And you're glad they're there, but it's just like shit, man. Ugh. That's sort of what it feels like. Arguments. One thing I'm also scared of is it's when you get to a certain level of popularity, you can't ignore, like, you start getting negative comments, like a lot of them. Right now I don't think I'm popular enough to get that many. Like I've gotten a few, but it's never anything that like hurt my feelings or whatever. But like when you, let's say I have like 3,600 subscribers. If I had like 30,000, I would have that many more. I'd have a lot more positive comments because the majority of the comments are great. They're awesome and like positive and all that. But there's just something about the negative comments in life that just like stick with you. A friend of mine who runs a YouTube channel, she gets creepy dudes like saying she's not ugly, by the way, but just like saying that her nose is too big and stuff like that, or like well, that sounds really, or just saying like they want to fuck her and all that stuff. It's weird, like it's like over and over again she gets these comments, and like I don't know. I guess if I were a girl I'd like that, but that's because I'm a dude thinking as a girl. I don't know. The fuck am I talking about? International House of Dicks. I go there. I eat there every Saturday, man. The dick special. It's gross. Just in my mind, I saw like a path that joke could go down, and I just said, okay, let me shut the door on that. I'm not gonna go there. Stay away from those dicks. Mackenzie asks, how's the drawing people in public while interviewing them thing going? It's not going well because, I mean, the actual drawing, and yeah, it's great. I mean, I do it all the fucking time. Recording it is the problem. I need a guy with a camera and a microphone who's not going to charge me a lot of money and is going to do whatever I ask. Those are the most important things. I just haven't been able to find that yet. And I want to be able to do all the editing. I just want the guy to take the footage and just give it over to me, and I'll take care of the rest of it. So that's what I'm working on. But that shit costs money, though. You know what I mean? So that'll be a big investment for me. Ugh. Styles Gory. What about trying different art styles or animations? I think I definitely want to do that. I have been doing it, sort of. Like with, I don't know, the Gone Home video. I think that last one, I did something different, kind of weird. Like, you definitely see my, you see examples of my hand, like right here, and here, I think, maybe here. But all this other shit, all this color and stuff, it's, you know, it seems kind of, it was very experimental for me. I enjoyed doing it, you know. You notice people don't draw vaginas like they draw dicks. I guess they're not as like, it's not as funny, and like what the fuck would you do? Like just labia and like a clitoral hood. Like what the fuck? Like this is a vagina right here. It just looks kind of like a dick actually. Like, what are you gonna do? Just draw a circle? It's fucking weird. Anyway, DVD ASA is crazy, man. The Damien, it gets some of the episodes aren't as great, and I wish like, but I don't know, like the majority of them are good. As weird as it is to say, he was kind of like an inspiration, I think, for me to like come out and just like shoot the shit, talk more on podcasts and stuff like that. Or I guess I started listening to his podcast around when I started doing live jobs for you guys or whatever. It's definitely a good podcast. He's fucking crazy, man. I would love to have him on this channel. It'll be so great. But he's not going to do it because people are constantly asking him to do shit, you know? You know what I'm saying? Martin says, I'm not a big fan of eating. I just do it so I don't fucking die of starvation. Damn, dude. How do you not enjoy a good meal? A good snack, perhaps? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, that's right. Jalen Leviston. How you doing, man? I've never seen you in here before. Welcome, first of all. Any tips on personal style? Style is one of those things, man. I could talk about this for a long time, so I guess I will. Style is basically I have a theory, and it's not really a theory. When you're born, there's kind of nothing in your head. You might have some like hardware, like some like base software installed that says, okay, this guy might be a little good at science, he might be a little good at art or whatever. But it's like you keep absorbing shit, right? You are basically the sum of your environment in many ways. Like just think about like the fact that you speak English. Like you absorb that from other people. You like if you came out of the womb and no one was speaking English around you, you wouldn't do that. Or I guess some of you fucking learned it. What you know what I mean? It's the same thing with art or music. You're influenced by all this art that's come before you. So you're basically a thief in many ways. Like there are no original ideas. I'm drawing stuff that's like I got this from like Final Fantasy VI. This is basically what I'm drawing. All this gritty paint is like just from like seeing so many impressionists and sketchy concept artists and like copying them over and over again. You learn by copying, and you're gonna have to copy a lot in the beginning. And what's gonna happen is you just copy your fucking ass off until the point where you start feeling things out, and you feel like, I can draw like this guy right here, but that's not really, that's not how I want to draw. Like that's not my purest form, I guess. I don't have the most fun drawing it. You basically find out whatever you have the most fun drawing, and you keep pursuing that, and you keep going down that path. If you see an artist that you like who draws a certain way, go ahead and steal his style a little bit. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It's not plagiarism. That's what it's there for. Go to a museum, stare at some paintings, and just figure out how they solve problems. Style is one of those things. It's like it's gonna come out anyway. It's sort of something that's just. I think it's really hard to not draw like you. So I don't know. I hope that makes sense, man. You just gotta keep drawing. That's the most important thing out of anything, is just to keep doing it, and you will have a style. I know there was some video where I was kind of bitching where I didn't was bitching about not knowing if I have a style or not, but it's there. I see it. But the best thing to do is just keep going and just keep trying to improve. And comparing yourself to other artists is a really good thing to do. Because you'll think to yourself, okay, I want to be at that level. Why am I not at that level? How can I get there? What studies do I need to do? Approach art just like you would weightlifting, because I mean, you're gonna have to put in a lot of hours into this shit and dedicate it so much time. If you, of course, if you want to be serious about it. If you just want to be a hobby guy, drawing fan fiction every once in a while, just then whatever. You don't have to worry that much about it, I suppose. I hope that answered your question, man. Good question. Sustain says it reminds him of one of his favorite George Carlin quotes, which is one of my favorite as well. When you're born, you get a ticket to the freak show, and when you're born in America, you get a front row seat. Yeah. He's a great comedian, that guy. One thing that D-Respect brought to my attention, and is really worth noting, is that guys like Carlin, who are amazing, because we can look at his body of work and just see all the improvement and like the incredible shit he did before he died, or in his last like decade. He used to doubt himself a lot as an artist and just wondering where he was headed creatively. So you can take some comfort in knowing that anyone creative has had these issues, these questions, wondering if they have a style, wondering what the fuck they're doing. But the most important thing always is to just keep going. Yeah, as corny as it sounds, you just gotta keep doing it, man. That's how you get over creative slumps, I find. You just have to like... It's just like even if you have to do something as mindless as just like scratching into a piece of paper, just like stabbing it, like crumpling it up into a ball and just painting shapes onto it. You do whatever you want, and you might find something you like in that process. That's just how it works. Will Smith says this thing like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Like when an opportunity shows itself, like you'll just be ready for it because that's all you do is just you keep on working and you're prepared for things to happen.